What is your "It's 2028, we put a man on the moon, but we can't even" complaint? How the fuck are printers still so shitty? People buy the shitty ones, and no one maintains them properly. So even the good ones end up failing before they should. Do it again. Have high-speed internet everywhere. Where I live, I pay for high-speed internet and get 4 megabits per second. 500 kbps. Yeah, internet speed is a joke in so many places it shouldn't be. Please place item in the bagging area. Places item in the bagging area. Approval needed. Unexpected item in bagging area. Did you bring your own bag? Quote. Yes. Please put your bag in the bagging area. Done. Unexpected item in bagging area. Or it just doesn't even register the fucking bags. I placed my fucking bags in the area, why are you saying I didn't? We got billionaires playing with rockets but kids have school lunch debt. Fun story. I've had this phone number for, I don't know, 5 years or so. I still get calls from a school in my state that their kid's lunch account is delinquent. Jessica, if you're reading this, pay for the damn food already. Please, I've told them they have the wrong number. But every 4 or 5 months I get another call. Get a horse out of a hospital. I have fired the horse catcher. Grow bananas without those nasty little strings. Apparently, if you peel a banana from the flower end instead of from the stem, the strings pull off with a peel. I've tried it a couple items, and it worked. I hate bananas, so I rarely have reason to peel them, monsieur. Close the YouTube app and still listen to the audio of the video. Also, the ads are getting ridiculous. I think they want you to buy Red or Premium in order to do that. At least on iOS. It's sad, because otherwise YouTube would be a great music streaming app for anyone who can't or doesn't want to pay for Spotify, Combine Health and Dental Insurance. WTF. Come across a functional ice cream machine at McDonald's. Want to know a secret? The machines aren't actually prone to breaking down. They're perfectly reliable. They're just an absolute pain in the ass to clean. And nobody working fast food is going to be paid enough to not just avoid creating that much of a hassle if they possibly can. Someone else's comment the other day said something on the lines of, "Greater than I would love to be the friend of the guy that has an ice cream machine. Have cross-play on all games. Keyboard, mouse versus controller. And the option to turn off crossplay." Just saying, it's 2020 and we can't even is direct enough. Maintain unbiased media platforms that present just the facts of a story without opinionated commentary and omitting or misrepresenting certain facts that might contradict the narrative. In my opinion, the job of the news shouldn't be based on bias. We're human, and biases are going to happen no matter what. But news sources should be avoiding it, not perpetuating it. In a perfect world, opinions would be based on all the available information, not what the biased media chooses to share. It shouldn't be the news media's job to express opinions. But I suppose it's not good for ratings. The thing is, unbiased opinions stating facts are called bias by those who don't agree. The earth is flat is an opinion to some people. Most unbiased opinions are pushed one way or the other too far, where they can be debated by opposing views. One Bluetooth device can't recognize another Bluetooth device that's an inch away. I'm sitting here banging my phone together with my speaker like a caveman try to strike sparks for the first fire. Get Flint some water. Have bathroom stall doors that go all the way down to the ground. But if I have no toilet paper, how will my pal next to me hand it over? Sad face. Only in America. Read our own scientific papers. Why is JSTOR not free? Contact the author. They will happily send you the article. Also, NCBI is a good source. Agreed. Also, how the fuck are we supposed to combat the rampant clickbait misleading news articles about academic and peer-reviewed articles when it costs even a few dollars an article? You can't expect people to have to pay to get true information about a scientific or academic Discovery. As a researcher, it should be appalling that your article gets misconstrued and the truth is stuck behind a paywall. Obligatory convince cops that maybe strangleholds, body slams, and gunshots are not the most appropriate restraining techniques to use on suspects who aren't resisting. First step would be to convince them to stop doing it at the protests about them doing it. Maybe you should stop shooting people. Tear gas it is! Exclamation mark. Quote, I just want to know why I still have to get out of my bed. It's where I sleep. When I wake up I should just stay there until sleep time. Grandpa Joe. Piece of dog shit. I am a surgeon. It's 2020. We're going to Mars. I still sew you up with needle and thread. Some of it made from the ass excretions of worms, silk, and some of it made from the intestines of sheep. Gut. There's always superglue. Yeah, superglue is interesting to me at least. Apparently first developed for medical use and only then mass marketed as superglue. Works great for a little skin lack, and I use it as a second covering after classically closing with sutures so the patient can shower immediately because the glue makes a watertight seal, but it works less well for those 1-foot abdominal incisions I have a habit of making. Park correctly. Make a contraption to keep the rain office that actually works. Doesn't turn inside out or stab people in the face. That doesn't break easily, doesn't start leaking, and doesn't get lost easily. And is still portable. Like a poncho. They're portable. They keep you dry. They don't break and stab people. They're just not fashionable. I wouldn't say that unpopular. Perhaps just not well known in their current guise. Companies like Barber make cloaks and ponchos in waxed cotton that are relatively common amongst farming communities in Scotland and Wales. Make bacon packets that actually peel and reseal. Wait, do you mean you sometimes consume bacon in less than the 2-pound package at a time? Frost the whole Pop-Tart. Find a cure for acne and acne scars. Find a cure for acne that doesn't destroy your liver. Accutane worked great on my face, but I have permanent liver damage. Thanks Mom for forcing me to take it as a child. And thanks doctor for giving me an experimentally high dose. Get along. That is all. Agree on the shape of the earth. Ooh yes, and agree that vaccines work. I feel like both these issues have gotten worse since the time of the moon landing. I live in a pretty rural part of Australia and every single day either the Wi-Fi drops out or the TV signal dies for a while. Every single time. Without fail. My mum says this. Fix male pattern baldness. The cure is beanies. But there is a 100% effective fix that will stop the progress of male pattern baldness dead in its tracks. But it has infertility as side effect. So it's highly unpopular. Sterility or impotence. Because if it's just sterility, that's a feature, not a bug. The cure is castration. No joke. Stop racist, monsieur. What are you talking about? Trump is in office. We officially ended racism. So much winning. Carrot S, carrot S, carrot S. Get a decent fucking government. And not be in a war at some point. It's 2020. We put a man on the moon. But we can't even respect public health guidelines of just wearing a fucking mask without a hole. Bunch of people getting angrily offended. Have free healthcare. Put a moon on the man. SMDH. Yes we can. Just get one of those moon rocks and wear it as a necklace or ring. Bon monsieur. Be nice to each other. Re-establish the dominance of Constantinople in the Middle East. Goddamn ski boots. How in this day and age are they still so clunky? Hard to fit and tough to walk in. Agrees in Caucasian. Have sane mind running the governments. Figure out that hot dog bun packages need 2 extra buns in order to match how many hot dogs come in a pack. Can't even treat people like people across the board. Build hoverboards, get on it sciencey people. We're at least 5 years overdue. Place item in bagging area. Unknown item in bagging area. Please remove item from bagging area. Remove item and bag from bagging area. Continue to check out items. Placing items in the bag you remove from the bagging area and repeatedly having to hit the item not bagged button to continue. Looking at you. Walmart. Solve social equality. You mean to solve social inequality, right? Lol, yes my B. Make cough syrup taste tolerable. Mix it Sprite. Figure out how to effectively treat back pain. Amputation. Reduce the growth rate of our carbon emissions. COVID did that for us this year. Took nature's equivalent of a bioweapon, huh? What you gonna do if people don't listen? Have a 4-day working week and still be working 40+ hours. When we only spend 3 hours a day on average working. I've heard about this study, but I don't know where these guys work. If you do, let me know because that seems nice. One of the companies I was at had production workers working 3 12-hour days. The factory could run 6 days, 24 hours a day. They absolutely loved it. The hot shift to be on was MW. 6 a.m. 6 p.m. Monsieur. Control this pandemic and have vaccines. Well, we're coming along fairly quickly with vaccines. The process is long. Controlling the pandemic, of course, is impossible. How is Elon gonna make money off his factories if we're in quarantine? Have a phone battery that can handle my usage without charging it twice a day. A DVD player that plays both sides of double-sided discs without having to physically flip the DVD. They had this tech in the 1990s with Laserdisc players that played both sides. Shouldn't be that hard today. Wait, DVD? What year is it? I haven't seen a DVD players in at least 10 years. Why should I update my Betamax? They play perfectly fine. But we can't even respect people who live on the earth. Save Daredevil. Explore our deep waters completely. Still no flying cars. People can't control regular cars. You want them driving around in missiles. Self-driving flying idiot-proof cars, man. Future. Anything idiot-proof vastly underestimates humanity's boundless capacity for idiocy. I've read somewhere that solving homelessness would cost around $20 billion. That sounds pretty doable. That's literally like a 35th of the money put into the US's military budget. But then some will make more kids that will probably become homeless. Or become homeless again. Loads of alcoholics. The cost never ends and can't always throw money at deep problems. Yeah, well I totally agree with the notion. I'd like to see the plan behind that figure. If we're strictly talking about putting a roof over the heads of homeless people, maybe that would fit into that figure. What probably isn't being addressed is the reason many homeless people are homeless to begin with. Specifically lack of addiction and mental health treatment. That's where that figure starts to become unrealistic. You can put the guy with schizophrenia in Section 8 style housing for $20 billion, but it's a matter of time before he has an episode and thinks he needs to burn down the building. The issue isn't homelessness. It's getting people the treatment and education they need so they can live healthy, more normal lives, which in turn will help them to end the cycle of poverty and homelessness. I think I heard this phrase from the news back when the Rodney King riots were happening. The reporter said that we put a man on the moon, but we can't even fix our own sanity, and now the past repeats itself. Not be racist. Continue playing music after exiting YouTube. Call out the facts that black people are racist just as well, especially towards Asians. BC of jealousy. Yes. People need to look at the definition of racism. Monsieur, the word is turning into an insult used by people who are offended. Thank you. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I hate when people say, how can I be racist if others are racist towards me? Lol. Me too. It doesn't make sense. Fix the frickin' McDonald's soft serve machine. Listen to music in YouTube app and close it. Download YouTube Vanced. It's YouTube Red but free. Bring a functioning PA system to a protest. Develop a non-lethal, highly effective weapon akin to a phaser from Star Trek. Non-lethal, highly effective weapon akin to a phaser, like a taser. 8 kind of like a taser, but without the "it might not work" argument, and with increased range. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.